Hello and welcome to your friendly worldwide neighborhood album cover emporium, and we're called Heavenly Album Covers, and we are hereby going to look at and closely examine this really wonderful album cover, which is placed on this album by a trio called STARGARD. STARGARD is a wonderful word. It's fun to pronounce. STARGARD. It's almost an anagram or something. And this album is called What You Waitin' For. And we never really followed up on the possum story from last week's episodes. We thought we had a possum problem under our house. We thought that a possum or many possums were dwelling under our house, and we actually set traps. I personally set 2 or 3 possum traps by the hatch in our backyard, by the back of our house. I set 3 separate possum traps, and those didn't work, so we had a fellow come out and put some pheromones around the foundational area of our house, and those did not really make the animal leave. But eventually we found out that we did not have a possum problem, but we had a raccoon problem. In short, we had a mother raccoon with at least 1 or 2 baby raccoons hiding under our bathtub, under the flooring of our house. We tried using loud music. I placed my 2 10-inch speakers downwards into the foundational part of our house, and we played this loud anti-raccoon music that you can find on YouTube. It's really repulsive noises and music and explosions, and we think that we chased the mother raccoon out of our foundational area, but she left one of her babies, a little small raccoon. We had to hire a raccoon catcher. He threw himself under our floors, and he found the baby raccoon, and he extracted the baby raccoon, and we are now free of both raccoons and possibly possums. We have closed the hatch in our house in the backyard, and everything is back to normal. And so here we are at Heavenly Album Covers. A lot of people wonder why we have such a simple setup here to look at album covers. Well, when we first started this channel, we just did not want to distract from the actual album cover area, so everything is very simple. We use this piece of carpet. It's non-glare. It doesn't have a glare to it, so it doesn't affect the presentation here. We have a couple of pieces of floor tiling here that kind of are gray. They kind of complement this, and they're neutral colors, so that's just a little explanation. We at Heavenly Album Covers have explained and described probably 600 or 700 album covers at this point, and so we've gotten really good at it. I think we are one of the better album coverers. We cover album covers very well, I believe, and we also try to cover all of the details of every album cover that we present. We are very thorough, and we try not to leave any stone unturned. And so these are STARGARD, which is a really fun word to pronounce, STARGARD. And here's the STARGARD logo. It's some lettering. It's done in neon. This looks like real neon lighting, and there's a couple of embellishments on the side. This looks like real neon because you can see the little attachments on the tubing here. This album was originally $2.78. I'm not sure what year this was. This album came out in the late 70s, I think 77. And we at Heavenly Album Covers have been slowly picking up this type of album, an album cover. There was a short period where female R&B groups and disco groups were wearing elaborate costumes, stage costumes, and here we have STARGARD in some really crazy outfits. They're really wonderful, and it's kind of like this thing. The Ritchie family also had some great costumes going on, and other groups like LaBelle. I think LaBelle started the whole trend of outer space, queenly, like royalty, kind of weird outer space royalty costumes. I need a sip of coffee. I've been talking about raccoons all morning. And so here we have STARGARD. STARGARD are and were Rochelle Runnels, Deborah Anderson, and Janice Williams. I think one of the members passed away years ago. And there also is a company called STARGARD, and they do geo-positioning software for vehicles, automobiles, and I don't think this STARGARD is involved in GPS technology. So STARGARD first hit it big with a song called Theme from Which Way Is Up, which starred Richard Pryor, came out in 1977, produced by famous record producer Norman Whitfield, who I think also worked with Motown. Eventually, STARGARD hooked up with some members, or at least one member of Earth, Wind, and Fire, production-wise. And so they got around. They were only in existence for maybe 5-6 years. I believe they disbanded in the late 80s, maybe the early 90s. And so let's look at their elaborate and space-age costuming here. And I'm not sure which is which. These are Rochelle, Deborah, and Janice. And we can zoom in a little bit. After I describe the whole scene here, there are, this photograph is just crazy. It's wild. It has some little starbursts in the background, lighting starbursts. I'm not sure if these were added later or if they were part of the photograph, the original photograph. This woman here is wearing these very thigh-high gold-encrusted jewelry, and she's wearing this kind of translucent cape. She's got this crown on. I'm not sure what it's made of. Must be light material, very lightweight material. This woman is wearing a flowing, translucent, silky covering. She's got jewels on her knee. She's wearing these silver, bright silver high heels. And she also has a very elaborate headdress on. This woman is wearing some spandex trousers. They are cut at the bottom to expose her ankles. They all have these silver high heels on. And this woman is holding something in her hand. It's like a rock or a orb, some kind of space-age item here. And her headdress is like a swami. She's like a fortune teller here. And this headdress has feathers jutting out from it. This woman's arm is kind of circling back over here. This woman is pointing directly at the camera. And this woman's arm is going this way, but it kind of disappears here somewhere. It's as if they cropped out her forearm here so it didn't jut out or go up or something. So she only has half an arm. So here is STARGARD. Let's look a little closer because they are impressive. They're just fabulous, and their music was also very high energy, very disco oriented. Their other albums do not have the embellishments and costuming that this particular album has. And this album is called What You Waiting For, or Waitin' For. And here they are close up. They've all got really sassy in-your-face expressions. This woman is kind of expressionless. She's pointing at everyone that's looking at this album cover. This woman is also pointing, and I'm still not sure what this item is that this woman is holding. It's like a small pastry. She's holding a croissant or a bagel, and they all have these elaborate headdresses on, and she's got the jeweled socks, high thigh socks here. And of course, on the back, on the flip side, their headdresses are sitting here in the darkness. And this one says the future, this one says the fantasy, and this one says the fate. So I'm not sure if those are the nicknames of STARGARD members or if those are the names of the hats. And they're just quite wonderful hats. They look like they're kind of upholstered or sewn. This one has a lot of feathers. Looks kind of like a praying mantis or something. The liner notes are almost entirely lost here with 0.5% font size. They have some great track titles here. Sensuous Woman, Disco People, and a song called Star Bob. I guess that was written about someone named Bob. And they have a song called Chameleon Lady. Now, let's de-shrink this real quick. I forgot to do it in the beginning. Kind of ruined the effect, but let's see what it looks like without the shrink. It looks a lot better. And here are STARGARD, or here is STARGARD. You can see they're all very vivid, very expressive, and very mean looking. They look kind of sassy and mean. They're wearing their headdresses. The lettering, the neon lettering is great. This has some sort of promo stamp on it. It says Platinum Plus, and I still don't think that they are related to STARGARD GPS. And this is on MCA. It's got kind of the boring MCA Records label. And this came out in 78. I thought it came out in 77. And so there they are. That is STARGARD. And we did manage to capture one of the raccoons. I'm not sure where the raccoon handler took the raccoon, but I'm sure the raccoon is safe. And this is STARGARD. They put out maybe a half a dozen LPs.